Welcome, my name is Thomas and I'm here to share in this video qualifying child requirements. This information is going to help people who are looking to get started in this industry, who may be doing some research, who may be taking a tax course in their local area to get more familiar with this information. And for people who are already in this industry like I am, you should already be familiar with this information that I'm covering in this video, in which I'm covering on my channel. This channel is designed for people who are already working in the industry and for people who are looking to transition from working for a tax business to own their own tax business. Is what I specialize in helping individuals get done and make happen. Also have a partnership program for people who can get started as well. To start their own tax business, would be able to get started from a partnership point of view and still learn all the things you would learn if you were taking my career training program, which is designed to help you transition from working for a company to starting your own tax business as well. And so I've been in this industry for the last 18 years, the last 12 as a business owner. And so in this video, I'm just going to go over an overview of the 5 requirements, which are called tests, as far as the publication 501 concern, as far as the IRS concerns when it deals with the language, as far as the requirements concern, as far as the qualifying child test. And so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notification. And so every time I go live or record a video, you'll be notified, and you get to follow me on my journey as I continue to be in this industry and continue to help specialize in people getting started from working for a company to owning their own tax business. So the title of this video is Qualifying Child Requirements. And so there are 5 tests that they call them. And the first test is called relationship, because relationship is the number 1 test, because that's the most important test, along with the other 4 tests that's needed to be considered a qualifying child. And so the relationship test, as far as I was concerned, deals with relationships concerning son and daughter, sister and brothers, niece and nephews. Those are the traditional family tree dynamics that the IRS looks at as far as the relationship test. And so if you have a son or daughter, they definitely meet the relationship test. Sister and brother, niece and nephews, those type of relationships, stepsisters, half brothers. They give you a whole slew of different type of relationships that may qualify, but they start to get tricky after son and daughter, sister and brother, and nephew and niece, as far as those other types of relationships that they give as a means of being able to qualify as a qualifying child. And so the next test is called the age test. And so as long as the child is under 19 at the end of the year, or under 24 at the end of the year, or permanently totally disabled at any age, is what the age requirements test is all about. And so, for example, if you have 2 children, one is 17 and one is 19 already, and so when tax season starts and it's time to file your tax return, if that child hasn't been in a secondary school of higher learning, better known as college, at least a part-time student, then they will no longer be considered a qualifying child of yours. So that's what that breaks down to. Another requirement is dealing with relationship, age, residency. Residency is the next requirement, and that's all about where you live at. And so when you filing a tax return, the child must live with you, depending on what type of relationship you have. For son and daughter, 6 months or more. Niece and nephew, 6 months or more. Brothers, sisters, 6 months or more. But other types of relationships may need to be all 12 months. But that's for another video. So going forward, the pre-residency test, we normally ask you for documentation that proves that you and the child both live in the same household, and we have a list of things you can provide: school records, medical records, child care records are the most common things people can get their hands on to prove the residency test. birth certificates prove the relationship test. The fourth test is support. As long as the child doesn't spend 50% or more on taking care of themselves, they are good to go. Once that changes, then you take yourself out of the loop of being a qualifying child with your parents or your guardian. Then the fifth test is joint return, and that simply talks about, say for example, if you got a daughter that's 18 years old and she's got married to a guy who may be 22 years old, and they're going to file a tax return, but they're not required to file a tax return, but they just file a tax return so they can get the federal withholdings that were taken out of the income back as a refund. Then you'll still be able to file your daughter on your upcoming tax return like you normally would, without causing any friction for them filing a joint return in that same year. And so basically that's how that goes. That's the basic overview and breakdown of the 5 tests: relationship, age, residency, support, and joint. If you want to learn more about any particular form or schedule, just reach out to me by leaving me a comment in the comment section, and I do my best to make sure that training becomes available on my website. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe with the bell notification. You get to follow me on my journey. And if you want to know more how you can start your own tax business, just leave me a comment in the comment section, and I'll reach out to you, and we can set up a one-on-one strategy session. Get on a Zoom call and talk with one another and give you a feel and a flow for what that looks like and what that'll take for you, if that's your desire to own your own tax business one day. And I'll catch you in my next video.